a little bit of our guidelines for this morning. We practice a little bit of sitting meditation, and then we do some mindfulness meditation, which is mindfulness movement. And then at the end, I'm planning to do a short body scan. So finding a position that really, really helps you to be comfortable, because the practices of mindfulness is about sitting in a way or lying down in a way that you really are, that reflects stability, that accommodates your body to be relaxed. Sometimes we guide people to be with in a spine erect or upright position, but if that doesn't work, you don't have to do that. You just find a position that gives you comfort, kindness, because these practices are of kindness. You might want to close your eyes or just gaze down softly a few feet away from yourself. And bringing the body to stillness. Becoming aware of the parts of the body that have contact with the ground. Perhaps feeling the sensation of the soles of the feet, contact with the floor. And it's not about imagining the sensations, but about feeling the sensations. Perhaps sensations of coolness, light pressure, kind of in the body from your toes up to your head. Bringing the body to stillness, softening the knees. Noticing perhaps if you're sitting on your sitting bones, and if not, perhaps lifting a little bit and making sure you're sitting on your sitting bones. That way you relax your whole pelvic area. And finding ground in this part of the body, from your pelvis all the way down to your feet. Aware of the pelvic area, the upper body, shoulders and arms, up to the head and face. Inviting the attention to any part of your body that needs to relax or to be open. Perhaps if there's contractions or tensions in any part of the body. Or better yet, you may ask yourself, do I have a sensitive part of my body where I tend to hold energy, stagnated energy that I call pain or stress? Some of us hold tension on the shoulders. Some of us frown, that a space between the brows are tense or frowning. Perhaps give him a little space. Or you might find some unpleasant sensations in the lower back. Also tightness on the buttocks. Or sometimes we might feel the head heavy. As you bring this kind of tension with the childlike curiosity, notice what happens to those tensions. And as we find that those tensions might be passing away, we might bring your attention now to the breath. Where do you feel the breath easily? You might find the breath on the nostrils. You might find the breath, the sensations of the breath on your chest as rises and falls. Or you might find the breath on your belly or on the whole body. Just see it, play with it, explore. Make this practice of exploration, of investigation, the practices of mindfulness helps us to learn how our mind works, so we can work with it. The tendencies of our minds might be to have the intention to be in the body, in the breath, but all of a sudden the mind wants to be somewhere else, wants to be distracted. How about if we just notice, the breath? Welcome, Joshua. I hope you're in the right place. Welcome, Doggy. Bringing the awareness to the stillness of the body and feeling the waves of the breath, riding the waves of the breath. In a few minutes, in a couple of minutes, we're going to transition to the body movement. Just to remind you that the intention of the practice is to help us actually to ride the waves of life, whatever shows up, pleasant, unpleasant, without trying to push anything, without trying to hold on to anything. Since we see a couple of people for the first time, just make sure that you follow the wisdom of your own body. If there's some movement that I guide you and you cannot do it, that's fine. You just modify. Listening to the wisdom of your body more to what I'm saying, but to my guidance. The practice of awareness, practices of being awake, being conscious with our own experiences, in consciousness to whatever is happening, thoughts, emotions, sounds, sights, smells, feeling the aliveness of the moment. All right, so we transition, and again, mindfulness is just paying attention with kindness. So with kindness, we pay attention, we get up. I'm gonna get up and welcome Pamela, and just making sure that we all here. Okay. And as we grounded the body sitting, same here, ground your body standing. Sensing the contact of the soles of the feet and noticing the difference between the sitting and the standing. Now we feel the body weight in a different way. And just to remind you, if you don't want to stand, that's fine. You can just stay sitting. Softening the knees, softening the buttocks. Imagine you have a couple of packets of sand in the back of your, on your packets. So in a way, it's kind of a light pelvic tilt. Lifting your shoulders a little bit towards your ears and rolling them back and allowing them to fall into the sockets. And just circle the head. If you don't have any neck problem, you can do all the way around. But if you have a neck sensitive, just do half of circle. We're beginning by clearing a little bit the joints. And this is the joint up on the neck. They're connected with the shoulder joints. Now switch to the other side, all the way around. And coming back to the center. Now drop your chin down to your chest and hold it. And if it's helpful, you can bring your hands behind and just very light pressure, and bring your elbows together and relax. Softening the back of the head, softening the back of the shoulders. And allowing your arms to fall down. Relax. Now bringing the shoulders to the front, up, back, and down. So those are 4 points. Bringing the shoulders together to the front, up to your ears, back, bringing the shoulder blades together and lower down. And do a few of this. Using your breath, inhaling and exhaling. And of course, you find your own rhythm. Opening the portals of energy, the shoulder joints. Opening, sometimes we suffer from pains in the joints is because there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of energy stagnated. And we borrowed some postures of Qigong and yoga to help us to balance these energies, to clear the negative energies around us, to balance the universe outside of us and connect it with the universe inside of us. Now you reverse that. So bring the shoulder blades together, up and roll it. Roll. Reversing, reversing, and reversing. One more time. Now bring the hands. You involve your hands, involve your fingers, and just move them, shake them out. Just with a little movement, we're actually nurturing the joints of the fingers, the joints of your wrists. And being aware of the body, breathing here, moving. If there are any thoughts, any ideas about how you can be practicing or you don't know how to practice, just welcome the ideas and just see them. You can even name them. Thoughts, thinking, feeling. Now reverse that. Reverse the movement. I don't know if you feel it, but if you're right-handed, your right hand seems a little stronger than the left. Or your dominant hand is stronger, being the left or right. And I can see my left is a little weaker, so I put a little tiny more effort on the left. All right, shake your hands. Shake them out. Shake all that negative energy, shake them. Involve your elbows. Involve the elbows. Yep. Involve that the elbows. Involve the shoulders. And bringing the arms now to calmness. And we're going to continue moving the wrists and continue moving our head and our upper body. So we bend the knees as we come down, as we bring the arms to the back, and we release them as we go up. So inhale is like you're swimming backwards, and you bring your palms up. Just opening the arms, involving a little bit more the hips. Inhale, it's like you're clearing whatever energies are behind you, and your palms and your thumbs go backward. And if you want, you can look to one side as you come up and come to the front, and you can look to the other side as you come up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, and again, if you're sitting, you can just work with the arms. And of course, you can work with the head, stretching the neck to the side, all around, and stretching the neck to the other side. The same here. This is meditation and movement. You find the stillness on the movement. As sometimes if you find the movement on the stillness. One more time towards the right side. Last time towards the left side. And you're going to hold the neck looking towards the left side. Hold, and hold the thumbs turning towards the back. And feeling this movement on the inner part of the arms, on the palms of the hands, feeling the energy. Now coming back to the front, inhale and back. And switch sides and hold it to the other side. Feeling the inner part of the arms from the pinky to the inner part of the lower arm, the inner part of the elbow, the inner part of the arm, which is the bicep, that inner part that quite often we don't stretch it. Coming back to the front, relaxing the arms, and we're going to reverse that posture. We come to the front and to the back. Now to the front and to the back, clearing whatever is bothering you, clearing from the front of your body. Inhale, exhale. One inhalation, one exhalation. One inhalation. As we stand, you don't have to bend the knees too low. You can just do a light bend. As you do the light bend, you still actually strengthening the legs, strengthening your hips all the way out. And as you feel, you can actually, when you go to the front, you might want to feel the opening of your middle back. Now we're going to hold it to the right, hold your arms out and hold it to the right. And turn your arms to the back. And now you focus on the upper part of the body, upper part of your arms, the part of the triceps, the side of the elbows, the top of the elbows, lower arms, and the back of your hand. Inhale to the front, and you hold it the other side. Coming back to the front, shake your arms, Shake your legs a little bit. Yep. Shake it out. Let go of any tension. Let go of any stagnated energy. Now we're going to inhale. And of course, this is, if you want to use the arms, you can use the arms. Otherwise, you can just place the arms here. We're going to contract and open the chest, open and arch the back. And when you come to the front, you contract the back. Inhale, going up. Exhale, going down. Inhale. Exhale. There's so much to be present here. The contact of your fingers, perhaps touching each other, the opening of your arms, the opening as you go up. See if you can feel the opening of your chest, of your ribs, the front ribs, your heart and lungs. As you go to the front, perhaps you can really feel the stretch from your lower back up to the middle back and up to your head. And see if you can forget that this is an exercise, but it's just awareness. Awareness, paying attention, cultivating a conscious living. Inhale, going up. Exhale, going down. Inhale, going up. Exhale, going down. And again, you can do this without the arms and just contracting and up. If your arms get higher, you can just contract. See, and moving every vertebrae. And if you find any part of your back that it's unpleasant, you can take a pause. Take a little pause and see if you can breathe in and hold that breath, whatever it hurts. And exhale it and see if you can give it a little space. One last time to the front. And back, coming back to standing. Now we're going to begin doing our practices to strengthen, and I'm going to put the camera down so you can see more or less what I'm talking about. So you're going to bend both knees. You're going to bring the toes. This is called the bike, but it's really to strengthen the feet, to strengthen your ankles. So you bend, both knees are bent, and you alternate. It's like you're on a bike. Imagine you're biking, and your knees are bent. This is to strengthening all the tendons, all your ligaments on the feet, on the ankles, that usually we don't pay attention to them. We go to the gym, perhaps we strengthen our back, our legs, but we forget to strengthening the little toes, all the toes. Those are actually, that helps us to balance our body, to make our body stable as we age. Just bike away. You can do it slowly. You can actually do this also sitting if it's uncomfortable or unpleasant to stand. Now you're going to hold one foot up on the ball of the feet and just circle that part of the body. Circle the ankle, the knee, and the hip. Reverse that circle. Remember, the other knee is relaxed and bend. So we're not hurting any part of the body. We're not sacrificing any part of the body. Okay. Now, remember this. Probably you feel the right leg light, and you feel the heaviness on the left. Now we're going to change from the light to the heaviness. Now we circle the other one. As you know, the paradox of life, heavy and light, soft and hard. So we notice that too. And of course, you notice that these are all elements that exist inside of us and outside of us. The invitation is to be aware of the sensations of the body without judgment. And if the judgment shows up, oh, welcome the judgment, and don't judge the judge. Just notice. Reverse. Shake both legs. And we're going to massage our body individually, our joints individually. Now, bring your feet together and the palms of your hands, put them together like this. And the thumb is going to be inside the knee and the other toes is going to be on the side so we can actually give support to the knee, and bend the knees and just massage the knees. Circle the knees. Lack of oil brings a lot of pain on our joints. So as we move them, we bring the synovial oils to the knees. Switch the other way. Excellent. Shake your legs, shake them out, shake them out. As we move upwards, spreading your feet apart. Now we're gonna give juices to the hip sockets. So if you want, you can keep your hands on your hips, or you can just be free. And again, you can do this sitting. Also, you can do it sitting. If you sit, you can circle. You can do it also on your chair. Massaging, massaging. And see if you can tune into the sensations. Tune into the sensations. You can even close your eyes if that's possible. And just feel and be kind, with kind curiosity. You know, healing is to pay attention, bring that attention, connect with what we having contact with, relating with kindness, and healing happens, health happens. So it's attention, first is awareness, right? That attention, and then that connection, and the attitude is loving kindness. And that's what healing happens. Reverse. Notice perhaps when you began, there was tension on the muscles, on the tissues around the buttock. How are they now? Are they still tense? Sometimes when there's tension, when our body, our cells are really tense, it's what we call it a fight or flight. It's because there's fear or there's aversion. There's, I don't like this. I want to get rid of this. There are those thoughts or an expectation that if I do this, this is going to happen. So notice all those are habits of the mind, and just noticing them as just habits. They're not the truth. Yeah. And allow your body just to respond as you bring the attention with love. Your body will respond. Just let it respond in its own way. All right, shake it out. Shake it out. See if you can find the stillness in the body. After we did a few postures of nourishing. Softening your knees. Remember when you stand, soften the knees. A light pelvic tilt. Now you're going to bring your hands up to the ceiling from the side. facing the ceiling. And as you exhale, the hands towards the wall and eventually towards the floor, regulating our emotions. All this progressive movement regulate our emotions. When you come up, you might strengthen your legs a little bit. And when you come down, you might bend the knees a little bit lightly. As you come up, you inhale. As you come down, you exhale. One more time, inhale up. And as you come down, you exhale. And we're going to practice what we call it clearing the clouds, moving clouds. And you can use it actually as a metaphor of moving whatever it's in your mind that is bothering you, any anxiety, any stress, any negative energy, any unwanted, unpleasant thinking. So inhale, bend the knees, and see if you clear in the sky from clouds. And so we can see clearly. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. You can go as low as the level of the knees, no lower than that, or you can do as tiny, tiny lower down, or you could just sit. Modify. Your body has wisdom, and our body is actually wiser than the mind. The mind can manipulate us in many ways, and we get hurt. We hurt the body, and we hurt others. Clear in the sky, clear in the mind, clear in the debris. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale. The next movement, we're going to practice with balance. We're going to inhale, going down. As we clear, we lift the right leg and pause. Down, inhale, balancing the body in one leg. And this is also possible to do it sitting. I'll show you. You can actually lift one leg and clearing. Lift the leg and you're clearing. And you're not only practicing balance, but you are also strengthening muscles when you go up. As you lift the leg, you're strengthening the abdominal muscles. As you lift up also, you're strengthening the hips, the bones. Oh, it's such a power practice. Up and exhale. Up and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Another modification that you can do, you don't have to use the arm, just the legs. And when you're ready, hold one leg up and sustain the body in one leg. And the gesture of the arms can be any place that you want. Could be on your heart, could be on a chair, could be on the wall, as asking for help, which is nothing wrong with that. Actually, that's wisdom. Shaking that leg, switching side and balancing the body on the other side. And lowering the leg. Shaking both legs out. Shaking both legs out. And again, bringing the arms up. Just to the level of the shoulders and down. Just to the level of the shoulders and down. Inhale. Exhale. Now your feet are at the level of your shoulders. Lift, and we're going to stretch from side to side. And a stretch towards the right. Inhale, and a stretch towards the left. Attending to the movement of the arms and attending to the movement of the mind. And noticing your mood. Are you happy? Are you enjoying? There's boredom. Is the inner critical present? If it is, just say hello and see what you can learn from it and let it go. Those are just all patterns of the mind. That's what we call it. It is actually a philosopher, Alan Watts, that says the ego is just a bunch of habits, a bunch of patterns that we learn in life. How do you want to be present in your life? Do you want to show up with joy? Do you want to show up as you never showed up before? Which lenses do you want to use? Do you want to bring that, what we call it in psychology, your negative biases, which is very normal. That's what the brain helps us in the past to survive as a species. Not today. Inhale. Now hold it to the right side and allow your feet to be the anchor. Your hips planted down and reach out to the side and bring your attention to the right side from the heel, from the right heel, the right side of the leg, the hip, the right part, the ribs of the right side, and up to the fingers and hold. Noticing the gravity and anti-gravity. And allow gravity to help us. Allow gravity to be our friend, letting go. Now allowing the right arm to fall down and switch sides. And stretching the left side. And releasing slowly. Noticing the movement, noticing the process. Life is a process. We are a process. And bringing the arms out to the front with your hands very, very soft and lowering down. Inhale, going up on your toes. Come down and see if you can go lightly on your heels. Coming up on your toes and lightly on the heels, going back. Inhale. Ah. Listening to sounds. Listening to the inner sounds of our body. Listening to the silence where all the sounds come from. Inhale, going up. Exhale, going down. Inhale, going up. Exhale, going down. This feels very calming instilling tranquility. And as everything changes, relax now. And we're going to practice what we call it in yoga, the tree. Now the tree can be, you can place your foot on top of one foot and just hold it there, or you can bring it inside the calf, or you can bring it inside the inner part of your body, of the other leg. And if you're sitting, you can just balance the leg up off the chair, and reminding you that you can also hold yourself on a chair and balance your body. Life is waves of tranquility, waves of stress, and we call that the winds of life, right? And so how do we want to approach it? And if you have a lot of judgment, and if you're correcting yourself a lot, or you're criticizing yourself a lot, this posture can be very difficult. And you can practice that way, noticing how your mind is. And without punishing yourself, you can just relax and accept what the body is today, and accept what the body wants to do today. Whenever you're ready, you don't have to wait for me. You can change legs. We can bring some self-compassion. We are not able to stand in one leg, that's fine. We can actually visualize the posture and we get the benefit. Because the benefits that we want to get from here, not even get, but where we are, is just to be present with things as they are. That's what mindfulness practices are all about. Accepting things as they are. And that doesn't mean that we cannot change it. It's just we accept in order to change. And we change it with kindness and love. And when we're ready, shaking your legs, shaking the legs, and coming to sitting. If you're not sitting yet, come into sitting. Finding the stillness of the body sitting. Relaxing, tuning into the tranquility of the body. And as we sit, we can bring the arms up, being held. And as we lean to the front, just to stretch into the front as much as you can, wherever you get, just lowering the body down and stretching the whole back body. Perhaps you can feel the opening or the closeness, so any tightness that you find on the hips, the hip muscles, the lower back muscles, whole spine, perhaps shaking a little bit your neck, relaxing the arms, relaxing your fingers, relaxing. Holding, hold. Perhaps taking some in breaths and out breaths. Aware of the whole back body. And perhaps even feel the inner part of your legs as you sit, or the outer parts of your legs. Now very, very slowly come up. Slowly and slowly and slowly. And as you come up, bring your legs together. Bring the right leg on top of the left, like cross-legged. Bring your arms up, inhale. And turn towards your right. The right arm falls behind you and the left goes behind the knees. Inhale. Using this metaphor of a spiral. Spiral, a symbol of change, a symbol of transformation. Bringing the attention to that side of the spine, from the hip to the middle back, to the upper back, to the neck. And rolling the right shoulder to the back one more time. Inhale. And see if you can open the chest a little bit more. Opening the vertebrae, massaging the internal organs. Coming back to the center. And doing the legs and switching legs. Bring the left on top of the right. Inhale. And trapping the left behind you, the right behind the knees. Softening the neck. Perhaps rolling the left shoulder to the back. And asking yourself perhaps what needs to be open a little bit and what needs to relax. What needs to be open that is tight and contracted. What needs to be relaxed, let go. Coming back to the center. Relaxing the legs to the sides. Bringing both arms to the front of you. One arm is going to go to the side and bring it to the front, to your third, to the throat, the heart, to the rest of the body, and switch side. It's like you're bringing yourself to your center. Usually we say that to the center. How about bringing ourselves to equanimity, to balance, seeing the emotions, seeing the thoughts, but not reacting to them. We can express anger in a healthy way because it's a natural emotion that if somebody is doing something wrong to us, we can actually express, set boundaries. Oh, you were hurting ourselves, because sometimes we can actually be our worst judge. We can bring some self-compassion and forgive ourselves, forgive others. One more time to the right. One last time to the left. And bring both hands together in contact like a prayer position. And bring all the way up, both arms up. And open them down. And relax. Bringing your hands to your lap. And now the invitation is for you to pay attention any part of your body that needs to be open and relaxed. So check with yourself. You can close your eyes and explore. What part of my body needs a little bit more opening? What needs a little bit more opening for you? Don't follow me, follow your body. What needs to be open? And when you're done, just come back to neutral. Come back to the breath. I'm going to guide you in a short body scan. Bringing the attention to the head, the hairs. Bring the awareness to the forehead. Bring the awareness to every little muscle in your face. The little muscles around your eyes, the eyelids, the bridge of the nose. Aware of the cartilage of the nose. Cheeks. Aware of the jaw. Bringing the awareness to the domain of the mouth. The roof of the mouth, the floor of the mouth. Teeth, tongue, lips. Inviting the attention to the back of the head, the neck, the throat. Down to the shoulders, upper arms, all the way down to the fingertips, the fingernails. The spaces between the thumb and the index finger. The space between the rest of the fingers. Sensations on the palms of the hands. Feeling the texture, perhaps some vibrations, heat, cool. And the tone, pleasant, unpleasant. Oh, no sensations, neutral. Feeling the wrists, forearms, inner elbows and outer elbows, biceps and triceps. Moving from the hands up all to the shoulders. Aware of the upper back, shoulder blades, middle back, lower back. Showering with awareness the whole back, from the lower back all the way up to the cervix. Bringing the awareness to the underarms, down to the sides of the body, the hips, up to the chest. Tuning into the sensations of the chest, the internal organs. Perhaps you feel movement inside the chest as of rising and falling. Aware of the sensations internally inside the body with internal organs. Sensing the belly as it expands and contracts as we breathe. Bring the attention to the pelvic area, the reproduction system, the system of elimination. So deeply inside, tuning into the hips, the hip sockets as connected with the long bones of the legs. Perhaps you feel the breath as butterflies on each side. Noticing the connection of the hips with the legs, the upper legs, big muscles, bigger muscles of the body, the quads, the inner side, the outer thigh, the hamstrings. Noticing pulsing, perhaps, tightness, warm or coolness. Sensations in the knees, inside. Perhaps you feel light pressure or no pressure at all. Sides of the knees, the patellas. Sensing the connection of the knees with the lower legs and front with the shins, what we call the shins, the bones, the tibia. And then the back, the calves, fleshy part of the lower legs. And all the way down to the ankles and feet. Soles of the feet, the heel, the arch of the feet, every little toe, toenail, spaces in between. Can you sense the toes? Sometimes we are so used to squish our toes in shoes or socks that sometimes we don't feel the toes. How do you feel? Perhaps if you don't feel the little toes, perhaps you can do a little tiny movement. Ah. Now spread the awareness to the whole body. From your toes, the feet, the ankle, the lower legs, tuning into the knees, being with the sensations of the upper legs, the pelvic area, the upper body, front and back, sides, shoulders, arms and hands, and the head and the face. Awareness, feeling the breath, feeling the aliveness of this breathing body as a whole. Sitting and you knowing that you're sitting. Breathing and knowing that you are breathing. Now narrowing the attention just to the breath. And opening your eyes and noticing what's here to be seen, what's here to be heard, what's here to be acknowledged. And sending loving kindness to all beings. May our practice benefit to all beings. May our practices benefit to those around us, close to us and far away from us. Thank you for your practice.